Yo, we are back in black. But hey, this is the same two guys that was, the faces over there at Run the Ropes Media Podcast, but we are now rebranded as the No Pop Wrestling Podcast. And of course, you got your boy Break. And of course, you got my co-host chilling with Dylan, and it's been a lot of stuff that's been going over there. And again, if this is your first time seeing our faces, if this is not your first time seeing our faces, we gonna continue to run things from turnbuckle to turnbuckle. But hey, we gonna ask y'all if we get a pop or not. And I feel like that's a great way to go ahead and segment into talking about these releases, because some superstars, when they came out, they got a pop, and some of these superstars, when they came out, what they get, bro? No pop. So that could be the reason why, we have some of these names on a list, and the list is quite hefty, I would say. Some people I'm surprised to see on the list. Some people I'm not surprised to see on the list. And some people I would have expected them to have been gone a while ago. And they was able to survive a couple cuts, man. But I don't know. It always kind of gets a little bit sad after WrestleMania, because it's going to be two things that's happening. You're going to get some call-ups, and you're going to get some people that was let go. So we're going to go ahead and start with some of the people that was let go. I'm going to say one that I would say the world probably felt, or the community felt like, man, this was a major surprise. Kairi Sane being released, especially with the segments that she had with Asuka. I was expecting eventually we was gonna get like a Kabuki Warriors, turn. She was gonna eventually turn on Asuka, maybe, go over there with Io eventually, and they probably did some things, but I mean, we didn't get a chance to see that. I would also say that she was probably one of the biggest names that was also, released a couple days ago, man. And I don't know, bro. I don't feel like, and I'm just gonna be honest, I don't feel like the names, other than maybe a few that was on the list, I don't feel like it's gonna be a major like hit to the roster. But I will say that I feel like if some of these other companies pick up some of these folks, that that they could potentially do a nice little run, in one of those companies. Some of these guys have already been in either AEW or TNA, and how it goes in AEW, sometimes, man, you can always come back. We've seen that with Andrade, and I feel like a couple of these people will be, returning to some other brands. But let's go ahead and just list the name of superstars that were released, bro. We got the list.
Yeah, I got the list. We'll run down the list here just real quick on Kairi Sane, right? Like we gotta preface this by saying what do we like to say here, man? We are fickle fans, huh?
Yeah.
We are just fickle fans, bro. Because when we got something, we don't know what we have until it's gone.
Till it's gone.
It's like the same thing with R-Truth, right? R-Truth was there consistently every single week. He was our comedy relief during any wrestling show. And then once they came out and they said R-Truth no longer going to renew your contract, what happened? We want truth, right? Everybody outcried and outraged for R-Truth, but where was the love when these wrestlers were there, man?
Yeah.
And just the Kairi Sane one, that's probably one of the most surprising ones, because again, she week in and week out, and every single week she's with Asuka running it, even the little segments that she would have backstage with either Io or Rhea, right? And there was no payoff to this. There was no turn on Asuka. There was nothing, right? And I don't know, man. With that one in particular, and we're gonna get to some of the other ones too. That one in particular, I almost wonder if there was something that possibly had happened.
Maybe she wanted it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that
I don't like, because that one to me, that one was the one that was most left field. Because like she got cheered, you know what I'm saying? Like she wasn't in like the top storyline, but it wasn't like you would go on Monday Night Raw without seeing her, you know? So she was around big name folks. So that could just, that. And my thing is, how are they going to play this on TV? Because some ways certain people can just disappear, and some people you gotta, again, she had a prominent role, with prominent superstars. So how are you just gonna play with the whole Oscar thing now? Like, what are you gonna do? How are
Yeah.
you gonna play this? You know what I'm saying? Like, how you gonna play this out on TV? You can't just act like she was just never there. You know, it
But that's
wasn't
what
like
they
it was
do,
like
which is
how it
crazy.
was with Ricochet, and he got ambushed and beat up by Braun Breaker, and then we never saw him again.
Mhm.
It's kind of not like one of those type moments, bro. It's just literally she was here, and then now she's gone. So, man, I don't know. Again, to me, that one was the most shocking.
Yeah, that one was definitely probably the one of the more shocking ones. We'll get to the main roster in just a second after we just talked about her. Let's talk about some of the NXT ones, right? There was a lot of NXT and or LFG slash like Evolve people who were also released, right? So you had Andre Chase. He was obviously part of Chase U, which that whole faction kind of dispersed anyway a little bit, right?
That
Like
was
we were
yeah,
seeing
that
less and
that
less.
years ago to me, bro. Like maybe like a year and a half, 2 years ago, the whole Chase U. It's been like when they got rid of Duke Hudson and Thea Hale went and did, her own single thing. Like Chase U was pretty much cooked, cooked in.
Yeah. Yep. Then you also had Tyra May Steele, who had won the first season of LFG. I'm gonna be honest, this one, as far as like a younger person being released, though, it's kind of an odd one, no? Like she
Yeah,
wins the first
it was
season.
weird, bro. Like she won season one. I think she had maybe like a couple matches. Like some of
That
these,
was
some of
it.
these just came out of left field. And
Yeah.
it's just like I'm not even trying to be funny, but if we doing budget cuts, like how much of a dent was her budget
No,
put into?
yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like let's not act like she was making $2-3 million a year. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, no, and I mean, even to just keep the talent like that down in NXT for a little bit longer to maybe just try to develop for like maybe a year or two. I don't know.
they gave her no
That's
chance,
yeah.
and like again, could that have been one of the ones like she just wanted to get released? But like it just don't make any sense that you know, again, I'm sure her budget wasn't like really hurting TKO's pocket to the point they're like, oh my God, like we're not getting
Yeah.
our value out of her. So yeah, a lot of these are questionable.
A lot are questionable. And again, we don't know the backstory, right? So we don't know actually what happened. We just got to go by the report here. So then you also had Serena Linton, Tysus, Tyree, Chris Island, who was also part of the first two seasons, I believe, of LFG, Malik Blade, Trill London, Luca Crucifino, who was kind of more of the ones that stood out from the NXT releases only because he was involved in what, like a 2-year long story with that crime family
Yeah.
thing, and Tony D'Angelo is the NXT champ right now. So, he still could have technically had done a little bit of something something down there, but they decided to go ahead and release him as well. And then I think Dante Chen, who was there for a long time
He
down
was
there
there
in
for a
NXT.
minute, yeah.
Yeah. So
Like I say, some of these guys, man, like they kind of escaped like the release joint a couple
yeah.
times. So
Yeah. Especially like watching the product and not seeing somebody for a long time.
yeah.
Those are the ones that make a little bit more sense. Let's get to the main roster, right? We had a lot of names here on the main roster. And
Yeah,
again, we
main
don't know if
roster was crazy, bro.
there's gonna be more or not, but
So
here's the names we got.
I heard rumors that Monday it may be more. So
And then over the summer we usually get more too.
yep.
So Alba Fire. Alba Fire was part of a main faction here with Chelsea Green and Piper
Yeah.
Niven. Now we haven't heard anything about Piper Niven, but
Yeah,
you
she's
know,
Piper Niven's been hurt, but like
she's been
I'm
out.
hearing that her stuff it could potentially be, career threatening. So hopefully, hopefully that's not true and she is able to come back to the ring. But I mean, you mentioned Piper Niven and Piper Niven's injured. I just want to say one that kind of I don't want to say upset me, but I'm just like, man, y'all kind of bogus for this one. And the only reason I'm mentioning her now is because we mentioned Piper Niven being injured, but Zoe Starks.
Yeah, that
Zoe
was the next
Starks
one I was
had a
gonna get to.
terrible
Yep.
injury on Monday Night Raw, man. And it's just like, again, she didn't even get a chance to fully rehab, come back, and you know, show what she can do because Zoe Starks was good, bro. Like her tenure in NXT was good. Her on the main roster was good. Like she was always kind of like in a tag team, but on some one-on-one type stuff. Like Zoe Starks was good, man. That one right there, I'm like, y'all kind of bogus for letting her go while she's still recovering, man. Like, how y'all even able to do that?
Yeah, that's one I almost want to go ahead and speculate that possibly it was taking a little bit too long in recovery and maybe her contract was coming up and they just decided to or not decided, or maybe she was not medically cleared in time, right? Because I feel like that could be a factor because let's be honest, right? They've had plenty of people be hurt, and we're going to talk about one of them who's been hurt for and not been on television for a very long time, longer than she's been out for, and they still don't release them. So I feel like there's got to be something involved in that,
And who
especially
was
since
that?
she was getting a singles push too for a little bit of
Who
time.
was
She was
that?
in man. Don't even let me finish my thought,
I'm curious. Go ahead, bro. My man, go ahead.
bro.
Go ahead.
For the people who are new here, bro, we got interruption break over here, bro.
I did that to you the other day, bro. You was like, when it was the whole page thing, bro. You was
Yeah,
trying
I
like,
know.
I'm like, wait, what did he say? What did he say? My man, go ahead, bro. I'm thirsty. Go ahead.
But yeah, I don't know what the again. She was having a little bit of a singles run. She was, in that whole mix with the women's IC title for a little bit there, right before she got hurt. Right, she was in that little tournament thing. So I don't know. I don't know what the case is with that one. That one's definitely a huge bummer. But speaking about injuries, who they kept, Apollo Crews, bro. Apollo Crews had like 2 surgeries by the time he even got to be in a backstage segment, and they never released him. So that's what I just am trying to put the precedent down. Like they
Yeah.
don't usually release somebody just being in an injury,
Mm-hmm.
and then you hear, people about coming out with stuff like, oh, like when I was hurt, like, they sent me to all the best doctors and
Yep.
stuff and made
Yeah.
sure I got healed. So I
Mm-hmm.
don't know what the case is, and we're never
It
gonna
make
find
you
out.
feel like they didn't value them, you know what I'm saying, or value her. That's what it
Yeah.
seemed like because, like, let's be honest, man, they could have still paid her while she was hurt. Like, if they truly valued her, because I mean, look, and I love both of these ladies, but Bianca and Naomi, you know what I'm saying? Like, their spot's gonna always like they're gonna be on. They've been on TV for 9 months, you know what I'm saying? And again, congratulations to both of them. But it shows that WWE, they value Bianca and they value Naomi. So on that note of me bringing that up, that's why I'm saying, like, even if superstars are out for some time, if the company values them, they gonna make sure they pay. They gonna make sure that they come back.
Yeah. 100% right. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a business, right? So
Mm-hmm.
if you generate more money for the company, they obviously are going to
They're
value
gonna
you a
need
little
you.
bit more. So, yeah, those are the two, a little bit more of a standout as well. And let's dive into it, right? You had the entire Wyatt Six being released yesterday or Friday, right? You have Uncle Howdy, Nikki Cross, Joe Gacy, Dexter Loomis, and Rowan. We have, I know we're starting out new here, fresh, but we have talked about the Wyatt Six for so long, man. I mean,
Don't try
and
to
and
hold
we're not
class here,
we're
bro.
not gonna get fully involved in it here in this video, because we are going to make a separate video specifically on the Wyatt Six and maybe what kind of happened throughout their time, and maybe that's what led up to the release. But again, I think what a waste of talent, and I'm just gonna
Biggest
leave.
fumble.
We'll leave it at that because again, we're gonna have a video coming out soon, with that whole thing. But yeah, a lot of names right there just in one group. Another group you had Motor City Machine Guns, man. What do you feel about the Motor City Machine Guns being released? And before you get into it, I mean, I understand storyline perspective, but bro, two of like some of the best in ring workers of all time,
Mm-hmm.
right? And they just got there.
That's the thing, bro. They just got there. Like, they won the tag team titles on, I want to say it was like their debut. Their debut on
Close
their
to it,
debut.
yeah.
Yeah, either their second match or like their first match in the company. They gave them the titles, and it was like once they split up DIY, it was just like WWE was kind of like done with them. And it's
Hmm.
just like they were good in the ring, though, bro. Like as far as like it's almost like we're gonna get rid of all of our good tag teams, our tenured tag teams, and we just gonna keep these random groups together or these random tag teams together. Like we got rid of a tag team that's been together for 20 years, but we gonna keep the gold on Logan Paul and Austin Theory. Like, just the decisions, like, it just don't make any sense. The tag team divisions on both sides are already lacking. And I'm talking about they lacking heavy, bro. Good thing we got, the Street Profits back, but it's just like, okay, you add a great tag team and then you take one away. It just doesn't don't make any sense from a fan's point of view. And again, they were only, bro, maybe a year. Was it even a full year? I feel like, did they only sign a 1-year deal with the WWE? Again, like it could have been a 1-year deal. Like, I don't know, but it's just like they literally just got there. So I was surprised to see that they got released as well. They probably just go back to TNA.
That one was definitely surprising. Yeah, and again, with the partnership with TNA, I mean, a lot of these, it's not going to be, so devastating. Obviously, it's devastating for the talent, right? But like, it's not going to be as soul crushing knowing now that you have that partnership with TNA in the WWE. But yeah, bro, I mean, that just kind of beckons to like the creative in the tag team division for the men. I mean, I think I mentioned to you a little while ago, like maybe how they should just have one tag team title for both Raw and
Oh
SmackDown and
yeah,
have the
and how they got the
teams flip back
women's.
and forth. But
Mm-hmm.
problem with that now is like they're clearly, now that they're releasing even more tag teams, like they clearly don't even have the capability of having two separate divisions and having
Yeah.
storylines work. So
Mm-hmm.
that whole tag team scene is kind of a mess right now. You also had Santos Escobar. This one, I will say, very odd to me, knowing now that with the acquisition of AAA.
Yeah, facts. And he was down there in AAA, and he was like, I don't get it. I truly don't, bro, because like you get rid of a known. I'm talking about known in the WWE and known in AAA. You get rid of him, but then you keep all of the not so known wrestlers that, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, bro. Some of these call ups, okay, I get it. Like, some of the things were a flop, some of the things were a fumble, certain superstars I heard, the tag team, whatever the case may be. But bro came, like, it was rumors that he left the company, recreated himself, went to Triple A, like y'all still got all of the other members of the LWO. Like Cruz del Toro, what's buddy name? Cruz del Toro and my other man's, like, we keep these guys, but you get rid of the leader. I mean, he's not even a part of the
Los
faction that they
Garza.
had. But
Los
still,
Garza. Yeah, because they still got Berto and Angel there.
them too. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all get rid of the known names.
Yep.
Like people who put in, like Santos was a beast in NXT. His main roster wasn't the best, but like he still, like, I don't know. I was a fan of Santos Escobar, bro. And I thought him going to AAA was going to be okay. He's going to win a, AAA title. He's going to win some gold, or he's going to be somewhat of that WWE superstar name that's down there in AAA.
That's what I thought too.
I thought that was going to be his move, bro, but I mean, clearly not.
I thought that was a perfect fit for him. I mean, let's just talk about AAA real quick, bro. Like they utilize local advice down there more than they do like a guy like Santos Escobar. So very strange. Now you got two official members out of that initial group that came up from NXT that are released, right? Him and also Electra Lopez too. So who else we got our main two here. I'll let you talk about them first. We got Aleister Black and Zelina Vega.
Yeah. Another one that caught me off guard. And the crazy thing is, when they were showing all of the names, somebody I read on Twitter, somebody's like, please not Aleister Black. It was almost like somebody kind of predicted it. But again, like I feel like him getting to the WWE and the Motor City Machine Guns getting to the WWE was around the same time, bro. Like these guys were not there for a very long time. So again, was this just? But it couldn't have been a 1-year because like they let him and Zelina go. Like they let the duo go. Like, bro, and this is just coming from a personal, right? I'm gonna put wrestling to the side, and I'm gonna just talk about personal, just for a hot second. Not only it's one thing when one person get fired, but you literally just fired their entire household. That was the husband and wife duo. Like, what are they gonna do? You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, and that's just coming from, like, again, like, I would hate for me and my wife to be working in the same company and then we're both let go.
Yeah.
Like if y'all just let go one, all right, baby, you're gonna have to hold down the fort until I figure out what I gotta do over here. But you let go both, man, they gotta be tough, bro. They gotta be tough. And not only because Zelina's been there for a decent amount of time, but Alistair just got there. Now the good thing is those two will probably go to AEW. And I say that because my first AEW show, I remember Zelina being in the back eating and catering. And like we were taking pictures, but like she was just like, and she said it very nicely, bro. She was nice, sweet lady. She was like, just make sure that I'm not in the pictures. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever, because she was with WWE, she can't be in, any AEW pictures. But she was like, if y'all post something, just make sure like I'm out of the pictures or I'm not in the picture. So it's not like she hasn't been backstage. It's probably not like she hasn't potentially networked or they don't know who she is. So I can see them two going to AEW. Some of these other people I can see going to TNA, but some of these other people, like I just don't know what they're gonna do. Like who's gonna pick up some of these other people?
No, yeah, it's facts. The only thing about that is, bro, like Aleister Black was Malachi Black, right? Like he came from AEW back to WWE, and now he's about to go back to AEW. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't know. That one is a tough one because you bring the guy back in, and I think that one was only about a year. And again, consistent, man. Like they only had paired him and Zelina on television probably in the last 6 months when
Yeah,
he was with
yeah.
Damian
So this is
Priest and that
recent.
whole
Yep.
feud. So I mean, and then you talk about their backstage segments, right? Backstage segments every single week, and then even in some of like the other segments where they have like the interviews or whatever, they're lurking in the backgrounds, right? You've seen those shots and stuff. So it's kind of surprising to me that these two were released. Out of everybody, you got the Kyrie Zane, but then these two
Mm-hmm.
kind of were like, yeah, I don't know.
And the thing, another thing I heard about Alistair is that he was supposed to have plans to be like the guy in Randy Orton's head to kind of like bring the
Mm,
voices out. So I guess when they scrapped that, they probably already had it planned like they was about to get rid of him. But like, I don't know, man. Some of these guys were definitely wasted talent. Like, who am I to say that they should have fired somebody else over somebody else?
yeah.
But I mean, it sucks. It sucks, man. And again, I feel like some of these people they will easily be able to land another gig. Some of these people haven't been on TV in forever, so like, you get what I'm saying? Like their stock is low, or their yeah, you get what I'm saying? Like their stock is low as far as like who's actually looking to bring these people on the TV, man. So, but I wish the
Yeah.
best for all of them. You got some people who have left the company and has flourished. You got some who have went on and we never heard from them again. So I guess we just got to wait and see what some of these people do. And sometimes WWE, they let go people and then they bring them right back.
Mhm.
So like, who's not to say some of these people may or may not come back? But I feel like the people that they let go, like Kyrie saying she's been there, got let go, came back, got let go. I might not want to come back. Same thing with Aleister Black. Been there, left, came back, within a year got fired, so like I might not even want to do business with y'all again, bro. So
Yeah.
yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, it always sucks every year, right, when the releases come around. And again, we don't know if there's going to be more, but if there is more, we'll obviously come back on here and update you guys throughout the rest of the videos. But what do you guys think about them? Let us know down below in the comments section. Also, if you guys are brand new to this brand new channel, make sure you guys are smashing that subscribe
Yep.
button, like the videos, share our content. This is going to be the new home here, so we're going to have a ton of
What
content
the
for
Rock
you guys.
always say? I'm
Yeah,
back
finally.
home. What Paige just say? It's good to be back home. So this is our new home, man. So make sure y'all are supporting. Make sure, like Dylan says, y'all sharing the videos, y'all hitting them thumbs up. That's the most important, man. We need y'all to smash that thumbs up. We need y'all to show that YouTube, like, hey, we here. We about to run up these views. We about to run up this content. So we gonna need y'all help, man. So if y'all are from Run the Ropes, welcome to the No Pop Wrestling Podcast. Again, same two faces, but we really about to make some noise over here, man. So let us know, bro. That's it. Anything else?
That's it, man. Got your boy Dylan.
Got your boy Break.
And we're out. Peace.
Peace.